Hey guys, welcome back to another Knocked and Loaded Outdoors. I was gonna wait for this video for the weekend, but I'm just too excited. I got my motor mounted, wired up, compression checked. Have not put it in the water yet, but here it is. It is a Mercury 250 two-stroke jet. I've been waiting on this motor for a while. And like I said, I was gonna wait to run it and all that stuff, but I'm just too excited. Hopefully it doesn't blow up on me and make me look like a fool, but I'm gonna run it this weekend. We're gonna bow fish, all that stuff. I'm gonna have 3 people on the boat, me and 2 other people. Hopefully a couple barrels full of fish. I'm gonna give you guys a dry run, let you guys know how fast that goes with just me and 2 other people. And then hopefully with a barrel full of fish, I can give you guys another speedometer check, show you guys how fast it goes. So starting with the front of the boat, we'll go through it all. This is, again, a Tracker 1860. I have 8 100-watt LEDs all around the front. 70-pound minn kota trolling motor with a remote and foot pedal. LED pod lights, light bar. I have 2 more on the back. This is just for backing up purposes, running at night, stuff like that. And the other one's on the front for when I'm duck hunting, don't have the deck on. The deck is made out of 1 by 1.5 inch aluminum tubing. 1 by 1 aluminum for the handrail. Everything is gusseted, every leg, sporadically throughout the handrails. Everything just has gussets on it, makes it a little bit more sturdy. Didn't used to have a handrail on my old boat, but had one guy fall off, didn't hurt himself, but I said, well, that was enough. It's just if it helps be safe and all that stuff, then I'm just gonna keep it on there. Padding on the deck or on the handrail is just this like AC conduit stuff you get from Home Depot. It's obviously falling apart. I've only shot this boat like 4 or 5 times, and it didn't do great. The old motor was a 40 horse prop. It obviously didn't work out. That's why I got a different one. Super slow, barely gets you upriver, and then you would float back down to the ramp. So it wasn't cutting it. But deck's completely covered in sea deck, camo sea deck. Great stuff, cleans up really nice even if there's blood and stuff on there. Bow I shoot, obviously this is not where it rides. My bows ride on these little knobs here when we're actually going down the river. This Hoyt, not particular towards Hoyt, that's just what I have. It was a cheap $200 bow from pawn shop. I have 6 compound bows, there's backup bows, extra bows for people to shoot. They're just cheap bows that shoot good, and any pawn shop or archery store is gonna have them. 808 reel. Love these reels for 40 bucks. If I blow up 1 a year, I don't care. If I blow up two a year, I don't care. They're great. They're great reels. I think I've had this one on for like 2 years now, and it's been great. TJ shoot through rod. These also probably a big reason why these reels haven't blown up on me is this rod. The shoot through rod really helps. TJ is made here in the U.S. Owner is a great guy. Hand builds them and works hard doing it and makes sure your order gets out. I like using these for shallow water. This is just a regular fiberglass shaft with a sure shot tip. You turn this thing like 1 full turn and the barbs flip back. So if the arrow's stuck in the fish, you don't have to shove it through the fish. You can just turn it 1 time, barbs flip back, pull it out the fish, and it's super quick and easy. For deep water, I use this, my Night Fury shaft. It's fiberglass core with a carbon wrap. It's nice. They don't have much flex at all to them. Super heavy, good arrows. 4 barb TNT tip with an extended ferrule adds a lot of weight to the arrow, so in deep water, I love it. If you shoot these in shallow water, they work great. If you happen to shoot cattails or anything like that and they get stuck, you're gonna have a problem. So I don't recommend it. But if you do get stuck, I have an arrow out on the boat. I didn't used to believe in these, and I didn't think they were worth it and all this stuff. I used one on a buddy's boat on a tournament, and it saved us like 4 or 5 arrows. So if you shoot these Night Fury shafts and arrows at $20 a piece and get them stuck, well, 4 arrows gets you an arrow out. So I would recommend just having one on the boat. That thing will pull out a tree if you get stuck in a tree. So I recommend just getting it. I'm a firm believer in it. I will never not have one on a boat. Simple arrow tube, 3 inches, holds a bunch. I think I have like 20 arrows in there right now. Plugged on each side with a cap, screw on cap up front. Super easy to make. If you guys want more details on how to make one, I can just comment down below and I can show you how to make one. They're not tough. I have 2 gaffs up here on the center console. I keep my barrels here, so if anybody needs to, they can jump down here, get a fish off if they need to with the gaff, hook it, whatever they need to do. They're easy to get to. Underneath, I have all this open space, and you can see the step is kind of off center. It's so I can slip my Yeti back in here and keep it under the deck out of the sun. I run 2 lithium batteries. I used to run the lead acid marine batteries, but they would only last a couple hours. These are lithiums, and 24-volt system. I've gone 4 or 5 times on this boat, and I've only charged them like once, and they weren't even completely dead yet. So power runs great. I have no issues with it, and I run this thing damn near on 10 the whole time. I mean, I'm not constantly on it all day, but I keep it on 10, so wherever we're going, go quick. Up here on the Snake, occasionally there's rocks in the middle of the river, trees, all that shit, so we try to keep it reactive as possible. In the back, we have the Predator 2000 watt generator from Harbor Freight. Bag it all you want. I dropped that generator in the river. All I did was drain the fuel and put new fuel in it, and it started right up. 4 seats with storage boxes. I keep my life jackets, foot pedal, everything in here. And this one, it has my cranking battery, my oil for the 2-stroke motor, fuel additive, bug spray, sunscreen, all that stuff's in there. Extra tools, all that stuff in case something breaks. You own a boat, you better have tools. Kill switch is mounted outside the box. 6-panel switch with cigarette lighters and chargers, voltmeter, all that stuff. Again, 250 Mercury. 31-gallon fuel tank. They had a 12-gallon on it, and that wasn't enough. Even with a 40 horse, 12 gallons, I mean, it wouldn't drink the fuel necessarily, but I figure with a 250 on it, it's probably going to go through 12 gallons in one run. So 31-gallon fuel tank, all of that aluminum, and I just built it to the dimensions that it would fit in my slot. It just happened to come out to 31 gallons. That wasn't any math done on my part, just what it came out to be. As far as an 1860 goes, pretty open floor plan. I really liked the boat. If you guys are thinking about getting one and you can't afford a 2072 boat, 1860, if you can't afford it, it's still a great boat. With 4 guys on it, it rocks still and doesn't handle the weight distribution and people jumping around as well as a 2072, but it does good. So if you guys are looking to get one, it's fine. It's plenty of room for me, my family, or me and my 3 or 4 other buddies that want to go shoot. So if you guys are thinking about getting one, get one. The deck is 7 feet long or wide, 7.5 feet long from front to back. Plenty of room for 4 people. Like, so I think I've done 2 out of the 4 or 5 trips now with 4 people on it. The other 2 or 3 trips have been with 3 people on it, and it does just fine. Bimini top. I do have a bimini top for the boat. It covers the back half, and then I have just a simple little piece of PVC that holds an umbrella for shade up here. As far as everything inside the boat goes, that's about it. One thing I did do when the motor was off, before I went to the shop to get a new motor on it, is I put this 2-inch drain plug in. The reason I did that was not to sink my boat if I forget the plug, but when I clean out the boat after shooting fish all night and there's sticks in there, scales, any of that stuff, I was tired of fighting it and trying to get stuff pushed out the back with the little 3/4 1-inch normal plug. So I switched to a 2-inch. I'm a pipe welder, and we test with these simple little plugs. 2-inch pipe, 3-inch pipe, 4-inch pipe. We use plugs just like this from Home Depot, Lowe's, any hardware store will carry these. They're $2, $3, and we put a lot of pressure on these. Now we're not going to jack them up to some of our high pressure lines like 400, 500, 600 psi, but they work. They hold a couple hundred psi if you need to. You're never gonna have that much on the boat, so they work great. And if you ever forget a plug, you can run to any hardware store on the way out fishing and get one. I carry 4 of these on the boat, and I always have one. They don't really go bad, and if they do, like I said, dime a dozen. You can find them anywhere. They're great to have. So as far as the boat goes, though, that's kind of that's my personal boat. That's kind of the gear I use and I stand behind. One thing I want to mention is I buy all my gear from Carp Cartel. Carp Cartel doesn't pay me to say that, none of that stuff. They're not a sponsor or any of that stuff. They're just a good company. Matt Carlson that owns it stands behind his word, and if he says he's going to get you something, he gets it for you, and he does it quick. If he doesn't have something, he calls you or emails you, texts you, whatever, says, hey, don't have it, with this work instead, and he'll let you know when your product's going to come in. 2-3 day shipping. If you order the one day, within that day he damn near has it shipped out to you. So good guy to be through, go through, and an honest guy. So I believe if you're honest and treat people good, then you deserve a shout out every now and then, and you deserve to have loyal customers, and that's just what I believe in. So if you guys are looking for product, please go to Carp Cartel. Great guy, fast, has everything you need. So that's it for the boat, guys. Like I said, I'll run this weekend, and I'll let you guys know how fast it goes, and loaded and unloaded. I'll let you know how much fuel I go through and all that stuff. I imagine it's probably gonna drink fuel pretty good. So I'll let you guys know, and I'll see you guys this weekend. We're out shooting fish. Be safe, guys. See you soon.